Hi everyone, my name is Shani from Transform to One. Transform to One is a Christian-based organization in Jamaica, and our mission is to foster transformational change through Christ-centered initiatives. One way in which we do this is our Navigating Trauma series, and we'll be having our third workshop on November 1st, 2025 here in Kingston, Jamaica. The theme of this year's workshop is Managing Grief, and in preparation for the workshop, we actually are doing a series on grief where we've opened up and allowed persons to share their journey of loss with us. And so today's video is really a sneak peek into what some of our interviewees have had to share over the past few weeks. And each week we'll be asking a different question. And so you're allowed to hear responses, different perspectives on the same question over the next 8 weeks. We did this so persons who've gone through grief are able to help themselves to process what they've gone through, and also help us who maybe have gone through something similar or maybe know of someone who's gone through something similar, to just hear how they've dealt with it. Maybe we are aware that, okay, we can deal with it in a similar way, or maybe recognize that, that may not work for me. But we just did it to provide a space for persons to share and for us to also benefit and learn from them. So we hope you enjoy, and we hope you find value in what's being shared. I really want to just take some time to thank the persons who were willing and brave and available to share their losses, because I know that replaying the journey may not have been easy. Replaying the process and how it has impacted you and your family may not have been an easy task, but availing yourself and choosing to be vulnerable in this space is something that will help us. And so I just want to thank you guys for opening up and being willing to share. So enjoy the sneak peek, and we hope it brings value. Thank you. Bye.
Hi, my name is Pete McDaniel, and the loss that I am grieving, or the one that weighs on me the most, is that of my father. Yeah, so this was back in 2012, September of 2012, and it was the same day that my wife and I found out that she was pregnant. It was confirmed that she was pregnant, so it was a Thursday. Went to the OB, who confirmed that we're going to be parents, and I never got a chance to tell him that I was going to be a grandfather.
In 2017, I lost twins to a rare case, but it does happen, called miscarriage. It's not a mistake, it's called miscarriage or silent abortion. Also losing my relationship at the time, so you can say it was kind of like 3 losses. So losing the twins, losing my relationship, and losing myself. Yeah. And that crippled me for years, like years. So I think I finally stepped into purpose in 2020. And this happened in 2017. Yeah. Saying that to say there's no timeline for grieving, there's no timeline for healing. You just have to go through the process and the layers that come with it.
But the relationship between me and my aunt, it was different. My aunt was like a second mom to me, and I never thought about her dying. It's not something that I ever thought about. And again, my faith was really, really, really high, of just witnessing a turnaround, because it would have been something that we saw before. Like I said, she was at a point where she wasn't able to walk, and to see her come back from that, it's like, okay, cool, we can do this again. And even after she died, there was a point where I kept seeing her coming back. Like, I thought that, okay, like she's literally going to raise or whatever. I don't know. I don't understand the details of it, but I thought that this is something that's possible and we can see it. Like, she's going to come back and she's going to say, yeah, I know you thought I was dead, but yeah, I'm not. But it didn't happen.
So as we all remember, 2020 was COVID, and so that also affected how we dealt with him being hospitalized and subsequently what the funeral looked like. Fortunately for us, the hospital staff was very understanding, and myself and my cousin who lives with me, we were all able to be in the room with him. And strangely, I think he was probably waiting because I was in the room, and then my mom came and my cousin came and we were all there, and then his breathing started to slow. And by the time we called the nurses and they, tried to bring him back, he was pretty much gone. So it almost feels like he was waiting on all of us to be together. Subsequent to that, in relation to, planning the funeral, obviously we were still under restrictions. There was no funeral service, so to say. Everything was at the burial ground. We were restricted in terms of numbers, so we kind of had to pick representatives from different households. That was also very difficult because it was a sudden shock for everyone and everyone wanted to be there. And so while people were able to join by Zoom, it's never the same as if you're actually there in person.
Read the stages of grief. I'm aware that there are several and it's a process. Things are so confusing in my head. Remember, this is 3 deaths in 5 years. I'm not sure which phase I am at. I'm not sure. I know I was calling out for help because when my aunt saw me with the tattoos and the extra piercing, she was like, she's dying for some attention here. So I know she took me. I was with her for that summer. Because I did these last year. I was with her for that summer. I think I'm still in denial because I still long to hear my daughter call, to hear my brother call, which means, and I didn't look at them when they die. I don't know what they look like in the coffin. I don't know what they look like on the crime of the scene. I don't know anything because I have not seen them. So I don't know if that's why I have not received closure.
I didn't process that well enough to say, all right, I would have been sufficiently healed. In other words, for weeks I felt numb. For weeks I felt some kind of survivor's guilt or remorse, saying things to myself like, what if I got less injuries or I got more injuries? He would have probably been alive because I only got a couple of scars on my back while he was just mangled.